We're now looking at that third pair within our MBTI personality. And this is going to fall into a T or an F, your thinking or your feeling. And it describes how an individual likes to make their decisions. A thinking individual likes to put more weight on objective principles and impersonal facts. I like to think of them kind of as the data person. And 40% of the population tends to fall into the thinking realm. As we look at the thinking person, their key word whenever they're learning and they're trying to get new information and make a decision is that they're analytical. And they always want to address the question of how is this proved? There are some wonderful instructional strategies to aid the thinking individual in gaining information and being able to scaffold it into prior information. The main goal of learning, remember, is to be able to implement information and to have a purpose for it. So when we look at this, we want to remember that the thinking person loves to assess and identify, and they love cause and effect. And this is because they're very data driven. They love data. They love details. Now you're going to see that at the bottom of the circle, they also like generalities. That's because they like just about anything they can get their hands on. So they love that general information and the details. And because they're very organized, they're going to prefer to have that general idea and then to branch off into the details. They do like discussions and they do like feedback, but the feedback needs to be analytical like they are. Don't get personal. When you get personal with them, you lose validity and you lose any of your credibility, and you don't want to do that. They like to work independently and they enjoy modeling, and especially they like objectives because they're data driven. Again, they like to know where they've been and where they're going and the purpose of what they're learning. Next, remember that they really enjoy practical application. This is probably one of the greatest informational pieces for them because they don't want to know how to apply it so that they can do it necessarily, but they want to know how they can apply it because they want to know how we got there, where the information came from, and they want to know how it was proved. They do enjoy working in partners, but they're going to prefer to work with smaller groups of people, like teamwork, so that way they can do more one-on-one information so that they can really get to the bones of the information. They're more meat and potato kind of people. They're not going to like the fluff. They want information. We want to look also at how they want to preview information. So as you end one section or you end one lecture or one unit, be sure that you give a little bit of a preview to say, now we're going to work on. Also, look at problem solving, and they love problem solving, especially something that's going to be theoretical. They like to create patterns between things, and along with those objectives that we were talking about prior, they also enjoy the rubrics. They want to know what is expected of them at all times. They love structure, and they love that traditional teaching aspect.